Chapter 269. In the blink of an eye, those three emperor-level people were already close to Yi Tian's distance of 100,000 meters. At this time, Yi Tian used his copying talent to envelop the other party. Two of them were not very good at the emperor level, and their cultivation was not very high, and they only broke their physical limits 6 or 7 times. However, an emperor in the center, although he had only broken the physical limit once, the other party's talent was very strong, much more powerful than the talent of the Holy Light Sword Saint. Human, Pisciurus. Cultivation talent, Dawn Sun. Strength talents, Arcanon. Speed talent, Arcanon. Defense talent, Arcane. Knife talent, Morning Star. Golden athletic talent, Top. Fire talent, Top. Tracking talent, Top. The talent is good. His name is Pisciurus, and he should be the emperor of the God of War Temple, the son of the Golden War Emperor. It is rumored that he is at the saint level, and now it seems that he has just stepped into the emperor level. Yi Tian said secretly in his heart. Obviously, the Holy Light Sword Saint notified the God of War Temple, and the God of War Temple probably didn't want to attract the attention of other forces, so it only sent the Golden Emperor Prince Pisciurus and 2 emperor ranks. This kind of power is enough to capture any saint level, and it is naturally foolproof. It's a pity that Yi Tian is not a saint level. Although his body was at the holy level, his talent was too amazing, and naturally it could not be divided according to the holy level. Wow! The momentum of the 3 emperors enveloped Yi Tian and surrounded him. Emperor, fight quickly, one of the emperors reminded the Golden Emperor. The Golden Emperor nodded. He also knew that time was limited, and if he was interfered with by other forces, it would be difficult for him to arrest Yi Tian. Rumble. The Golden Emperor's whole person turned into a golden statue, and his whole body was golden, which was the golden battle body. Under the increase of the golden battle body, his speed, defense, and strength have increased, and his recovery power is very strong. Even if he is severely injured, he can recover in a short time. This is the power of the golden body. I saw that the Golden Emperor was holding a Huawei-level knife weapon and slashed at one of Yi Tian's arms. It was obvious that he just wanted to hit Yi Tian hard, and he didn't mean to kill Yi Tian. After all, he was going to arrest Yi Tian, and then learn the secret of the god-level sword technique from Yi Tian's mouth. If he killed it, it would be of no value. Huawei-level knife weapon. Yi Tian's heart moved. He didn't even have such a knife. It's a pity. Yi Tian knew very well that his body could not be saved, although he could kill these 3 emperors, but the Golden Battle Emperor would definitely be dispatched. If he didn't give up this body at that time, maybe even the body would be affected. Therefore, even if he snatched this Huawei-level knife, he wouldn't be able to keep it at all. God of War Temple, if you dare to deal with me, then let you lose an emperor. Yi Tian said coldly, fighting against an emperor level with a saint-level body, if it is an ordinary means, it will definitely not work. God-level strength talent. Yi Tian's strength instantly increased by 300 times under the increase of God-level strength talent, and then he took out the Morning Star knife weapon and made the action of performing God-level sword skills. You should want my gains in Azure Sword Technique, so let you see it. Yi Tian sneered. Star Sky Extinction. As soon as the knife fell, the starry sky seemed to disappear in an instant. Boom, boom, boom. The void in front of him shattered, turning into a large amount of space debris. And the Golden Emperor and the other 2 Emperor-level and Holy Light Sword Saints were all within this range. In the first moment, the Holy Light Sword Saint was torn into countless pieces, and then annihilated into nothingness by one after another space fragments. Emperor, run away! The 2 emperors tried their best to protect the Golden Emperor, but they were killed in an instant, and a golden armor appeared on the Golden Emperor's body, which was a defensive Huawei-level armor. It's a pity that no matter how powerful the defensive treasure is, it is not invincible. Yi Tian's starry sky extinguished but failed to annihilate the Huawei-level armor, but the emperor who was inside the Huawei-level armor still only lasted for a moment, and his entire body was annihilated, leaving only a Huawei-level knife weapon and Huawei-level armor floating in the shattered space. Distance. Some of the emperors guarding the ruins of the Heavenly Blue Sword sect sensed the situation here. At first, they sensed the appearance of the Golden Emperor, and they were a little surprised. They didn't understand what the Golden Emperor was doing at this time. But when the Golden Emperor fell and died, they realized that the problem was serious. However, they didn't arrest Yu Tian, they were the emperors of foreign forces, so they naturally didn't care about the lives of the natives here, but they still reported the matter. The first time, the temple of the god of war, the Golden Emperor of War, got the news. "What? My son is dead. It's impossible," the Golden War Emperor roared. But after confirming it again and again, he looked like a mad demon, and hurriedly rode the teleportation array of the God of War temple to Sky Blue City. Outside Sky Blue City, Yi Tian did not enter the city, but fled in another direction. He was afraid that if he entered the city, if the Golden War Emperor went crazy and directly destroyed the city regardless of the consequences, wouldn't his body be in danger? Flee straight in the other direction, and abandon the body. Soon, the Golden Emperor is here. He came to the place where the Golden Emperor died, where the space was healing, and the remnants of the Golden Emperor's information were still there. No, the Golden War Emperor confirmed that under such an attack, it was impossible for his son Pithharis to live. "Damn it, you're dead," the Golden War Emperor said angrily. The members of the nearby God of War temple had been staring at Yi Tian for a long time, so he knew which direction Yi Tian had fled. Swish! The Golden Battle Emperor chased after Yi Tian in the direction of his escape. As an 8-star Emperor-level emperor, how fast his speed was. Yi Tian's body was only at the saint level. Even if he had a god-level extreme speed talent, he couldn't fly too fast. Soon, the Golden Battle Emperor caught up with Yi Tian's body. It's really a saint level. Could it be that such an attack is performed by a god-level sword skill? The Golden War Emperor was stunned. Now it seems that Yi Tian has not only seen god-level sword skills, but also learned god-level sword skills. This talent is so rebellious. He must be killed. The Golden Battle Emperor showed a hint of fear. If he couldn't kill Yi Tian and let Yi Tian grow up, the future would really be able to threaten his life. Whether it was for revenge or for his own status, he did not allow Yi Tian to live. Die! The Golden Battle Emperor held a war spear in his hand, pierced through the void, and shot towards Yi Tian. Even if he didn't have a talent for space, this blow shook the space, as if the surrounding space was frozen. This is a force that is strong enough to achieve the effect of space confinement. This blow of the Golden Battle Emperor reached the level of the 8-star Emperor level. Even if Yi Tian was in the ontological state, it was estimated that he would be severely injured by a single blow, or even killed in seconds, not to mention that he was only occupying a saint-level body now. Unstoppable. There is no hope of stopping it at all. When the war spear came, Yi Tian came into contact with the top-level soul transfer talent, and the soul instantly returned to the main body. And this saint-level body was hit by the Golden War spear and completely turned into countless fragments. Dead. The Golden Battle Emperor stepped forward and carefully checked it, confirming that Yi Tian was already dead and couldn't die anymore, so he regretted it a little. His son is dead, and there is no way to resurrect him, but he should capture Yi Tian and torture him for god-level sword skills. It's a pity that he was too angry just now, and he was so frightened of Yi Tian's talent that he wanted to kill Yi Tian too much, so he went all out. In the Blue City, Yi Tian smiled slightly. The Golden Battle Emperor probably thought I was dead, so it's okay. Before we completed the Great Transformation, we were indeed not the opponent of the Golden War Emperor. Immediately, he thought of the mysterious reward light. Look what that ball of light is. Yi Tian was curious. Chapter 270. That light cluster was still in Yi Tian's soul, so the soul was transferred back, and the light cluster naturally did not disappear. Yi Tian immersed his consciousness in the light cluster and began to check the information in the light cluster. After a long time, Yi Tian opened his eyes, full of shock. The content of this light group is not a sword technique, but the path to becoming a god, a clear path to becoming a god, and even includes the method of divine body refining, the secret technique of divine power condensation, and the secret technique of divine soul condensation. Before, Yi Tian had obtained a secret technique of divine power condensation, but he did not have the other two secret techniques. But now that he had obtained the three secret techniques corresponding to divine power, divine body and divine soul, it would be much faster to impact the god level. But what Yi Tian really valued was not these three secret techniques, but the path to godhood introduced in the light group. The general method of becoming a god is to break the limit of the body 10 times, and then condense the divine body, divine power, and divine soul, and impact to the god level. But that's the easiest way to do it. And after breaking the physical limit 10 times, each time the physical limit is broken, the physical strength will skyrocket by 10,000 dragon power, and basically many emperor-level people with good potential only hit the 13th physical limit or the 14th physical limit, and they can't help but impact the god level. After all, if you break the physical limit 10 times, your physical strength will skyrocket to 10,000 dragons. Breaking your body limit 11 times is 20,000 dragons, breaking your body limit 12 times is 30,000 dragons, and breaking your body limit 13 times is 40,000 dragons. The power of 40,000 dragons is about the same as the power of 50,000 dragons, so some emperors who are difficult to continue to break the limits of their bodies are unwilling to waste a lot of time continuing to break their physical limits, thinking that there is no need. But Yi Tian now got a secret from the light cluster. Breaking the limit of the body 20 times will get a cosmic gift. The cosmic gift can increase the level of any talent, and it will also help the emperor level to cast the most perfect foundation, and under the cosmic gift, the transformation of the divine body, divine power and divine soul can be completed in a short time, which is more perfect than the divine body, divine power and divine soul transformed by any exercise. Tianzhao, who has broken the limit of his body 20 times, also has a title, the Son of the Universe. 20 physical limits. Yi Tian's heart moved. If he didn't know this secret, he might not be able to help but hit the god level when he hit the 15th or 16th time. But now, he wants to hit the limit of his body for the 20th time and bear the title of the Son of the Universe. This time it's really a big profit. Yi Tian laughed wildly. Now, he has learned about the Earth Immortal Realm, and has obtained a god-level sword skill, and is ready to return to the Zhanghai Superbase. Although the Earth Immortal Realm is good, it is not his home field at the moment. Immediately, Yi Tian left this inn and came to a corner of Azure City, and immediately urged the Earth Immortal Ring to return. Buzz buzz. Spatial arrays appeared on the Earth Immortal Ring, forming a spatial teleportation array, but it was not a stable spatial teleportation array, but a temporary teleportation array. Yi Tian continued to transmit his strength, and quickly stabilized this temporary teleportation array. Open. Boom. Yi Tian's body disappeared from Azure City and left the Earth Immortal Realm. Tianfu Superbase. Yi Tian suddenly appeared near the Temple of Glory. Teleportation is a little off. Yi Tian looked at where he was and said, if his position was not at all, his current position should be inside the Temple of Glory, not outside. Basically, where you enter the Earth Immortal Realm, you will come back from where you next time. However, after all, it is impossible for the Earth Immortal Ring to teleport indiscriminately, and it is already very good to be able to send people back from the Earth Immortal Ring. Yi Tian did not stay in the Tianfu Superbase, came to the teleportation hall, and returned to the Zhanghai Superbase by taking the teleportation array of the teleportation hall. As soon as he came back, Yi Tian went to see his wife Emperor Yu. Moon God Sect. Yuer, I'm back. Yi Tian hugged the Moon Emperor and said softly, well, it's good to come back. The Moon Emperor happily hugged Yi Tian, his face full of excitement. Husband, what are you looking for by the Glory Temple? Why have you been there for so long? The Moon Emperor asked. Originally, I thought that Yi Tian would only go for a day or two, but I didn't expect that it would be close to a month, and she couldn't contact Yi Tian, and even she went to the Tianfu Superbase in person, but there was no way to contact Yi Tian. During this time, she was extremely worried. I went to the Earth Immortal Realm, Yi Tian said truthfully. Although the Earth Immortal Realm is not allowed to inform other emperors, Yi Tian will not abide by this agreement. In fact, many big forces will also send their juniors to the Earth Immortal Realm through the teleportation array. Although there is no Earth Immortal Ring, they can leave through the cross-border teleportation array of the headquarters. And some of the great emperors of the Glory Temple even infiltrated the entire family into the Earth Immortal Realm, but they didn't mention these to Yi Tian. After all, Yi Tian was not a member of the Glory Temple. Therefore, Yi Tian revealed that it was not a big deal in the Earth Immortal Realm. Earth Immortal Realm? What kind of place is that? The Moon Emperor was curious. Yi Tian hugged the Moon Emperor and told the Moon Emperor about the affairs of the Earth Immortal Realm. There is such a small world. The Moon Emperor was surprised. She had never heard of the Earth Immortal Realm, and if it weren't for Yi Tian mentioning it, she estimated that she would not be able to come into contact with such a secret in her life. However, she didn't have much yearning for the earth immortal realm. It seems to be peaceful, but in fact it is not very peaceful, and there are not many resources, which cannot be compared with the resources on the earth. It is nothing more than those foreign forces, so they can trade many treasures. Husband, why don't those foreign forces enter the main world of the earth? If they do, they should be able to collect more resources with their own strength. The Moon Emperor asked curiously. I don't know, maybe it's because of some kind of restriction or fear. Yi Tian guessed. Husband, are you still going to the earth immortal realm for the time being? The Moon Emperor looked at Yi Tian and asked. Yi Tian scratched the Moon Emperor's nose, smiled, and said, if you don't go for the time being, you will accompany my family Yu heir to cultivate, okay? Good. The Moon Emperor smiled very happily. In the days that followed, Yi Tian and Emperor Yu often retreated and practiced in the cultivation room of the heavenly pavilion. The Moon Emperor mainly absorbs the power of the moon to break the limits of the body, as well as comprehends the sword intent and cultivates sword skills. And Yi Tian not only had to hit the 10th physical limit, but also had to comprehend the claw path and the sword path. In the sword path, Yi Tian's achievements are not high, and the reason why he was able to cultivate into a god-level sword skill was that he was lucky, and he happened to encounter a god-level sword skill involving space, which lowered the requirements. On the claw path, he was still a little short of cultivating god-level claw skills. Obviously, he has a god-level claw technique, but he can't cultivate it, and he's in a hurry. Time passed day by day, and Yi Tian and Moon Emperor were making steady progress. On this day a month later, Yi Tian sensed the shackles in the underworld, which belonged to the shackles of the 10th physical limit. It's finally time to break through. Yi Tian had a smile on his face, and he was very excited. Once the 10th physical limit is broken, his body will usher in a great transformation, and his physical strength will directly skyrocket to the power of 10,000 dragons, and his strength will skyrocket by more than 10 times. At that time, his combat power will surpass that of the 7-star Emperor and above, and perhaps directly reach the 8-star Emperor level, and even among the 8-star Emperor level, he will be an absolute rebel, second only to the 9-star Emperor level. This is not a joke. After all, he has mastered the god-level strength talent and god-level sword skills, and the increase is too terrifying. This time, he used a huge amount of vitality and a massive amount of Emperor-level fierce beast blood to break the limits of his body, and he was already fully prepared. Chapter 271. Breaking the limit of the body 10 times, even the Yuan Qi gathered by the top cultivation room is not enough. This is because the speed of the cultivation room to gather the Yuan Qi is limited, and breaking the 10-limit realm requires absorbing a large amount of Yuan Qi in a short time, which the top cultivation room cannot satisfy at all. I think that, at the beginning, the fierce beast overlord of the fierce beast world hunted a large number of fierce beasts in order to complete the bloodline transformation, just for energy. Now that Yi Tian has broken the 10th physical limit, he naturally has to prepare a huge amount of resources. Therefore, he put the massive amount of Emperor-level fierce beast blood he had collected before in the cultivation room, made a blood pool, and took out about 1 million Yuan Qi stones, placing them all around. Only by making such preparations can he ensure that the energy required for promotion will not be lacking. Otherwise, if the promotion lacks energy, there will be a lot of sequelae, which will damage the foundation. Start breaking through. Yi Tian sat cross-legged and mobilized his vitality to impact the 10th physical limit. His cultivation talent is unattained, so it is not difficult to break the limit of his body. After a few hours, a click sounded. Click! There was a sound of shattering from inside Yi Tian's body. It was the shackles in the darkness that had been broken. Rumble! The vitality of the cultivation room was absorbed between breaths, and the gathering formation of the top-level cultivation room began to frantically absorb the vitality of the outside world, but the speed of this absorption was much slower. Vitality stone, swallow. A large amount of Yuan Qi was petrified, turning into a massive amount of Yuan Qi that was absorbed into Yi Tian's body, helping him stabilize the Great Transformation after the 10th physical limit. The Great Transformation needs to consume too much vitality. The $1 million gas stone has been absorbed, and the Great Transformation is not over yet. Then, Yi Tian devoured the massive amount of Emperor-level fierce beast blood. After a while, a large amount of emperor-level fierce beast blood was also absorbed. It's not close. In desperation, Yi Tian took out another 300,000 yuan qi stones, which was enough to meet the energy needed for the great transformation. A big transformation almost exhausted Yi Tian's yuan qi stones. After all, he did not usually collect yuan qi stones, so he did not have many yuan qi stones on his body, and they were basically snatched from the people who had hit his attention. However, even if he exhausted the yuan qi stone and was able to complete the great transformation, Yi Tian was very satisfied. It took a few more hours, and Yi Tian completely stabilized the realm of the 10th physical limit. Yi Tian moved his body and clenched his fists, and the space shook slightly. Sure enough, the body suddenly reached the power of 10,000 dragons, and the 9th physical limit was only 900 dragon power. Originally, it was only 1,000 dragons to break the 10th physical limit. But in the case of the Great Transformation, the physical fitness has increased tenfold, and this can only have the power of 10,000 dragons. Yi Tian muttered, the Emperor level who broke the 10th physical limit and completed the Great Transformation was more than 10 times the physical strength of the 9th physical limit. Therefore, after breaking the 10th physical limit, the strength of the Emperor level will increase by leaps and bounds. Now, Yi Tian's strength has also reached an incredible level, which is far from what ordinary emperors can imagine. The body strength reaches the power of 10,000 dragons, and the power of the Yuan force can reach 20,000 dragons after the increase of the Yuan force. The God-level strength talent can be increased by 300 times, and the consummation level legendary level claw skills and knife skills can also be increased by 100 times. He has learned a God-level sword skill, and although it is only at the entry level, the power is not comparable to the consummation level sword skill, which is equivalent to an increase of more than 200 times. In this way, his strongest attack power reached 1.2 billion dragon power. What a terrifying power this is! 100,000 miles of rivers and mountains can be shattered with one blow, and if it was the previous Earth, he could blow the Earth up with one blow. Even if it was a weak God level, it was far inferior to Yi Tian's attack power. But attack power is only a part of strength. Speed and defense are also very important parts. Breaking the 10th physical limit, my attack power, speed, and defense are far beyond before. In terms of combat power, it should be comparable to the top powerhouse before the 8-star Emperor level, not weaker than the Golden Battle Emperor, and even stronger than the Golden Battle Emperor. Yi Tian estimated. However, he is not so arrogant as to ignore everything. For example, those foreign forces, among them, are the 9-star Emperor level, and their planet even has God-level powerhouses. Therefore, Yi Tian's current strength can only dominate the Earth, and it has not yet reached the level of invincibility. And at this moment, there were some situations in the Beast World on the side of the Zhonghai Superbase. In the Dragon Palace, the light of the teleportation array flashed. A famous dragon clan came out, led by several humanoid dragons, followed by more than a dozen dragon clans who had not yet transformed. These humanoid dragons are all God-level cultivators, while the dragons who have not been transformed are all Emperor-level cultivators. These dragons have black dragons, red dragons, and white dragons. After these dragons descended, they flew out of the Dragon Palace and flew toward the Zhonghai temporary base. As they approached the Zhonghai Linhai base, they stopped. Then, a God-level dragon clan member said, "This time, we are going to let an Emperor-level dragon clan go to the Earth to inquire about information." Who wants to go? More than a dozen members of the Emperor-level dragon clan glanced at each other, and finally one of the Emperor-level dragon clan said, "Lord Long Ao, I am willing to go." Long Feng, you have a certain understanding of the human race, and it is appropriate for you to go. Remember, don't reveal your identity and be careful. Long Ao admonished. Yes. Long Feng replied. Immediately, it asked again, Lord Long Ao, how can I sneak in? According to what you said, the human race has arranged a formation in the spatial rift, and I am afraid it will be difficult for me to sneak in. Don't worry, I will capture a human emperor, and then let Long Teng hypnotize the other party with his hypnotic talent. You will change your form and disguise yourself as an emperor-level dragon beast to follow the other party. That way, the other humans will only think that the emperor has gotten a drake pet and won't doubt your identity, Long Ao said. If Lord Longtong is willing to make a move, then it will be foolproof. Long Feng can know how terrifying Lord Long Teng's hypnotic talent is. Long Teng itself is a god-level dragon clan, and it has a high-level hypnotic talent. If there is no soul treasure, it is difficult for an emperor-level soul to block Long Teng's hypnotic talent. If it weren't for the god-level entry into the earth, they would be greatly suppressed, and there would be an inexplicable sense of crisis. Otherwise, the Dragon Clan would not let them, the Emperor-level Dragon Clan, enter the earth. 1.2 million miles away, there is a human Emperor level who is hunting fierce beasts. Long Teng, this time you have to do it. Ryu looked at another humanoid dragon. Don't worry, it's a trifle. The dragon's body moved, and he quickly flew toward the place where the human Emperor was located. The speed of the god level was so terrifying. Almost in the blink of an eye, he came to the side of that Emperor level. Emperor Karong had just hunted an Emperor-level fierce beast and was about to collect the blood of an Emperor-level fierce beast when he suddenly found a figure in front of him. At first, he thought that the other party was human, but when he saw the two horns on the other party's forehead, his face suddenly changed. Dragonhorn, the firstborn dragon horns. Where is this human? Even if it's not a humanoid dragon, it's another race. And the other party's speed is too fast. He didn't feel it at all when he came here just now. A great terror enveloped him. Run! This thought rose in the heart of Emperor Karong. But suddenly, his consciousness began to sink. He was hypnotized by Long Teng. Chapter 272. Emperor, it's too easy to hypnotize. Long Teng looked at the Emperor-level human in front of him and said lightly. If Emperor Karong knew that he was despised by a dragon, he would probably want to cry without tears. He is only Emperor-level. How can he resist god-level hypnosis? Follow me. Long Teng gave an order to the Emperor Karong. Phew. One man and one dragon flew back and soon met with Long Ao. Human, from now on, Long Feng is your beast pet, but you must obey this beast pet in everything, and you must not expose Long Feng's orders. After entering the earth, except for following Long Feng's orders, everything else is the same as usual, understand? Long Teng gave an order to the Emperor Karong. Yes. Emperor Karong replied. On the side, Long Ao asked, Long Teng, the hypnotic talent should be fine. How long can it last? This Emperor-level soul is very weak, and I have placed a deep hypnosis on him, which should last for a month. 1 month is completely enough for Long Feng to detect many things. We are only confirming the basic situation of the earth at present. How to confirm it, Long Feng is clear, and the task is not difficult, Long Teng said. Long Ao nodded. I'll torture this human emperor again. As Long Teng spoke, he began to ask Emperor Karong all kinds of questions. Soon, he learned the general situation of the earth. It's only been more than 100 years since the recovery, and the potential of the earth is still great. Long Teng was slightly surprised and immediately learned about the strength of the Zhonghai superbase, and learned that the Zhonghai superbase was not too powerful at the emperor level, but only one Wanfa heavenly emperor, who was the strength of the 6-star emperor level. And the 6-star emperor level is indeed very powerful among the emperor level, but Long Feng is also a 6-star emperor level. Even if he meets that 10,000 laws heavenly emperor, he is not afraid at all. What made Long Teng breathe a sigh of relief was that the earth did not have a god level. At least in the impression of the Karong emperor, the earth did not have a god level. That's it. If there is a god level on the earth, the Dragon Clan's plan must be cautious, because the local god level can stay on the earth and will not be suppressed too much, and the earth will only suppress the foreign god level. After torturing some basic information, Long Teng and Long Ao asked Emperor Karong to leave with Long Feng, who had just transformed into a dragon beast with the Dragon Clan's secret technique. The other dragons were waiting for news from Dragon Peak in this beast world. After a while, Emperor Karong and Long Feng came to the Zhonghai temporary base. The Emperor-level and Saint-level people of the Zhonghai temporary base saw the Emperor Karong, stepped forward one by one, and said, Emperor Karong, you are back. The Karong Emperor is one of the 36 emperors. Due to the fall of many emperors at the beginning, the Karong Emperor is currently ranked well among the 36 emperors, ranking more than a dozen, and is also the top powerhouse of the Zhonghai superbase. Therefore, the other emperor and saint levels naturally respected the Karong Emperor very much. Suddenly, an emperor level looked at Long Feng and asked in surprise, this dragon beast is extraordinary. Emperor Karang, is this your newly captured beast pet? Yes, it's the beast pet I captured not long ago. Emperor Karang replied. There are not many words, and even the voice is a little rigid. This is also a defect of hypnotic talent, which will cause many emotions of people not to be reflected. After all, if they are under hypnosis, it's not normal for them to be the same as normal people. Although others felt that the Karang Emperor was a little weird, they didn't dare to question an emperor. An emperor-level dragon beast pet is very valuable, so many warriors are very envious of Emperor Karang. Under the gaze of the others, the Karang Emperor took Long Feng through the spatial rift and many large arrays and returned to Earth. As soon as he entered the Earth, Long Feng sensed the rules of the world that were different from those of the beast world. Long Feng and Emperor Karang flew for a while and came to a deserted mountain peak and stopped. Emperor Karang, you go and be on guard. Don't let people approach. Long Feng ordered. Yes. Emperor Karang obeyed. Seeing that Emperor Karang was inspecting the surroundings, Long Feng took out a round bead and began to urge the bead to sense the power of the world in this world. Every world has the power of the world, which is the power of the origin of the world, and the more powerful the world, the stronger the power of the world. Rumble. A brilliant golden light erupted from the beads, and the golden light was incomparably rich. Seeing this scene, Long Teng was stunned. How can it be so rich? It originally guessed that the Earth's world power would be very strong, but it didn't expect it to be so rich that it showed a golden light. This showed that the Earth's world power was of high quality and belonged to the high-level planetary world. A high-level planetary world is enough to give birth to many god-level people at the same time, and in the universe, there are not many high-level planetary worlds, and each of them is occupied by powerful forces. Unexpectedly, the Earth, which has only been revived for 100 years, is also a high-level planet world. Before, Lord Long Ao sensed that the Earth is not simple, and its value is very high, and it is estimated that it will give birth to a lot of strange things, so he sent us. Now it seems that the Earth is a high-level planetary world, and no matter how strong the power of the world is, I'm afraid that many strange things have been born, and even strange things with more than 5 stars have been born. Thinking of this, Long Feng was short of breath. The value of such a planetary world is too high. Moreover, the location of the Earth is on the edge of the human star field, and it is not very far from the territory of the Dragon Clan. If it was not so, the spatial rift would not be connected to the beast planet world under the command of the Dragon Clan. If you occupy the Earth, the dragons will make a lot of money. We must think about it in the long run. The god level of our Dragon Clan can't come to the Earth. If it is a high-level planet world, the arrival of the alien god level will definitely be suppressed by the power of the world, and only the god level promoted locally can stay on the Earth. My task now is to learn more about the Earth, and by the way, to find out if this planet has been discovered by the human forces in the starry sky, Long Feng muttered in his heart. Putting away this orb that probed the power of the world, Long Feng greeted the Emperor of Karang. Emperor Karang, take me to the Zhanghai Superbase. I want to see the situation of the human race. Long Feng ordered. Yes. Emperor Karang obeyed honestly. One man and one dragon flew to the Zhanghai Superbase, and soon they arrived. As soon as he entered the Zhanghai Superbase, Long Feng's face changed. The breath of a pure-blooded dragon. Long Feng felt that his induction was not wrong. Somewhere in the Zhanghai Superbase, there was indeed a pure-blooded dragon, but the aura was relatively weak. It should be a saint-level pure-blood dragon. How could the Earth give birth to a pure-blooded dragon clan? Could it be that a certain young pure-blood dragon clan came to the world of fierce beasts for fun and then was captured by a certain human emperor level and became the beast pet of that human emperor level? As soon as he thought of this, Long Feng became angry. Although the dragon clan is very powerful in the universe and is the top clan, there are still some powerful humans who like to capture the dragon clan as a beast pet. For example, in the central region of the human star field, some powers even use the dragon clan as a tool to pull a cart. As a result, the dragons are very angry at the enslavement of humans, and anyone who sees them capturing them as beast pets will be killed. Damn, once the dragons are enslaved as beast pets, they will be very loyal to humans, and they must kill that human to liberate the dragons. Let's go over and have a look. Long Feng immediately asked Emperor Karang to take him to the place where the saint-level dragon clan was. And in the heavenly pavilion, Xiao Shui was just contemplating his enlightenment and suddenly sensed a familiar aura. "Hey, dragons are coming!" Xiao Shui's expression moved, and he hurriedly informed Yu Tian of the news. Long Feng definitely didn't expect the little blood he wanted to rescue, and in the blink of an eye, he informed the human race of its arrival. If he knew,